Hey, just got a pretty cool request. Pretty interesting. I might have done this in the past. We're going to the range tomorrow, but I figure I'd slide this video in there for just for the fuck of it, because it ain't going to be real long. I always say that, then I don't shut the fuck up. There's my new Kimber Raptor. It's never been fired yet. It's brand spanking new. And what I do to these before I bring them to the range is, I told you this before in case I didn't, I refine the pistol. Kimbers are made really tight, so a lot of Kimbers in the beginning, when they're new, they do lock up and jam sometimes. I've been lucky. The only two Kimbers I've ever owned was a CDP, which I don't own anymore, not because it didn't function right, because I don't like aluminum frames. There's too much recoil for me. I don't like it. But it ran good. So, and the other Kimber I have is a Kimber Custom 2, which hasn't jammed yet. I think it's got between 75 and 80 rounds to it. I know that's not a lot, but it hasn't jammed, it hasn't misfunctioned at all one time. So I think if there's something wrong with the gun, it would have showed me. Now, some guy said to me, this is cool. Some guy said to me, okay, what if you bought a gun and you don't have range access? Well, that's kind of hard to believe. Who doesn't have range access? Well, this particular person, the range is hours and hours away from him, and he just bought a new gun, but he's scared to use it for home defense because he don't know if it'll function properly. So what's the second best thing you can do? Well, what I'm about to show you, dude, is, I mean, I wouldn't rely on it, but this is the second best thing you can do until you get to a range. If you want to put that pistol next to your night table and for home defense, or however you do it, this is something you can do. What you do is, first thing you do is give it a function test, a function check, okay? And my whole family can't talk, and I inherited the putrid fucking gene, okay? Fuck. Sorry. Alright. Let me swing this so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Well, first thing you want to do is, say you got a 1911, because that's, I think, what you bought. You got a 1911, it's brand new, it's not used, so you don't know if it works right. You can't go to a range, so what do? Like I said, you can't rely on what I'm about to show you, but this is a second option for you until you get to the range. Well, you give it a basic function check first. First thing you want to do is always make sure the firearm is empty. Okay. And what you do is do a nice inspection of the feed ramp. Make sure your feed ramp or your throated barrel doesn't have any burrs on it. Make sure your slide lock's up, and keep your hands away from that and stick your pinky in there. Did you see the last time I was doing this? I look like a fag. Sorry, I meant to go. You know how you can tell if someone's straight or gay? Ask them to look at their nails. If they look at their nails like this, they're gay. If they look at their nails like this, they're straight. So try that on your friends. Pretty funny. Doesn't really mean that, dudes. I'm just fucking with you. So put your little gay pinky in there. You know what I mean? And feel that feed ramp. Make sure there's no burrs. It doesn't feel rough. It's nice and smooth. There's no machine errors. And feel the feed ramp on the frame also. Make sure it feels nice and smooth. Feels good. Give it a good visual. I don't see any burrs. Another thing you want to do is see the barrel, how it's loose. You want to get your finger and push it up, and the barrel should be perfectly flush with the feed ramp on the body, on the frame of the pistol. When you go like this, it'll be a 30-second down, but when you go like this, it should come up perfect, and it looks really, really good in there. Everything's highly polished. Okay, so let's look for defects first. Second thing you want to do, well, what I do is I refine my guns. If you don't have a Dremel, then forget it, because you can't use sandpaper. I get a Dremel and a buffer and some flits, and I take the barrel out, and wherever the barrel is shiny like this, I flitz it and I make it a little smoother. It's not going to hurt anything. You're not removing material, remember? That always helps. Take the whole gun apart, clean it, take all the old gun, because when a gun's new, it's been fired, so there's gunpowder in there. Get all the old gunpowder out of there, clean it, oil it, clean it, wipe it clean of oil, and then grease it, and then oil your barrel. Oil the inside of your barrel very, very lightly, like just put a dot on there. You're just trying to keep it from pitting. You don't want to fire a gun with oil in the barrel. It's really not good for it, and it fucks up accuracy. If you asked any rifle guy, when you first shoot your AR-15 or your AK, usually the first few rounds ain't real accurate, and then the last, about the 5th round after that starts getting real accurate. That's because there's powder coats the rifling, and it grips the projectile better, and it spins the bullet more accurately because it's not slipping inside with the oil. Same with a chrome line barrel. I don't want to get off subject. Chrome line barrels are great because they resist corrosion, but the non-chrome line barrels, from what I'm hearing, shoot a little bit more accurate because they're not polished inside. Makes sense to me. So anyway, we're getting off topic here. I just figured I'd throw that in there. That's what I do. I throw shit in there. Do everything like I said. Now, when you're done doing all that, put it all back together. And check the slide. It should feel like glass, especially a gun like this caliber. And it does. It feels wonderful. Okay, pull the trigger. Make sure the trigger's all right. All right, now, get yourself a snap cap. I mean, I hope you have to have a snap cap. You know what I'm saying? You get a snap cap. Put a snap cap in the magazine. This is a Kim Protect mag. This is one of the best magazines that are made right now. And I wish they would make it with a floor plate, but they don't. It looks like this. But these are really fantastic magazines. So what I'll do is, let's give the gun a function check. I'll put it in there with a snap cap. Okay, let's make sure the chamber's nice. So, felt good. Didn't feel no resistance. Very nice. Let's see if it ejects properly. Okay, ejected okay. That's about right. What else can we check? Let's check the firing pin. Let's make sure the firing pin's going off. Real simple. It's already cocked back. Get yourself a number 2, a fucking pencil, okay, of this kind, and make sure you have a nice eraser on it, and put it down the barrel. You've seen me do this before, but my new subs have not. Slide this down the barrel, okay, and make sure it's kind of centered. Pull the trigger, and that pencil should fly out of there. Okay, it jumped, which is fine. That means it's working. But if you get it on the firing pin just right, see, it'll fire right out of there. Because this hole is bigger than the eraser, the firing pin just caught the edge of it. But if you keep putting it in there to get the center, it'll shoot the pencil out like a dart. So we know the firing pin works. We know it feeds okay. We know it ejects the round if it had to. Let's check the safeties now. There's safeties on here. We got a grip safety. Okay, we got a thumb safety. Let's pull the hammer back. Let's put the thumb safety on. Pull the trigger, and that's not touch the grip safety, and just pull the trigger. It should not fire. Let's grip the grip safety and pull the trigger. It should still not fire. Alright, let's take the thumb safety off. Let's not touch the grip safety and pull the trigger. It should not fire. Okay, now let's push in the grip safety, and now it should fire. Okay, so everything works. All the safeties work. It feeds in the chamber. That's all you can do. If that makes you feel a little bit better to put it next to your nightstand without going to the range, that's a loaded magazine. I'll show you what kind of ammo I use on this. I flip back and forth to ball the what the hell they call it, the red ball. The hell they call it again? Damn, I got a horrible memory, man. Powerball, and then the PDX. I like the PDX. I think that's my favorite. But Powerball is good too. If you do hollow points in a 1911, you want to go with these PDXs. They're a great design, so that's what I use. Okay, it's all saved. The hammer's down. Now you put it back in there. And that's all you can really do without a range. That's all I can think of. Let me know if this helps you. If you can't get to a range, you buy a gun, you want to use it for home protection, and you feel you're in a situation where you need the pistol right away, but you just can't get to a range because you don't live near one, do this. Do all this, and at least you know the gun is functioning. Okay? Like I said, this is not a reliable source. You know, I can't promise you your gun's gonna fire like a well-oiled machine. You know, but at least it gives you an idea that the gun is working properly. You know what I'm saying? Whew. I am not meant to speak. God did not put me on this earth to speak. I think He just put me on this earth to eat Twinkies and poop.